Yo guys, today I want to talk about 3 reasons why I want to sell Tesla stock. I'm not going completely out of Tesla. I just want to keep a little bit, but I want to sell a lot because I want to make cash free. That's one little reason. But the one bigger reason is I want to sell Tesla stock because I want to make cash free, but I want to make the position a lot smaller. I don't care how small. But at this point, the position is also just too big if you look at the other positions. And at this moment, I just do believe more in Adobe, AMD, Beauty, and SoFi in the coming couple of years. And I also have a little list of stocks I want to add or positions I want to make even bigger. And that's why I need some capital. And well, if you look at Tesla, it's just not really a good reason to keep so much of Tesla anymore. So I will probably be selling. I have held Tesla since a year or 2 or 3 ago. I made a little bit of money on it. Then I sold it and I went back into it when we started to talk about really a lot about Robotaxi. Then I went out of it again and then I went back into it. But now the position is gone nowhere in the last year. And well, following up is all of the reasons I'm going to talk about right now, which have just worsened since a year and a half ago. So it's just going downhill since then, since the last time I bought into this position after making like 3 or 4 grand on the total of all the positions I made in it over a couple of years. But the last year and a half, it's just gone sideways or just down, and especially the company itself is just going down. So yeah, I've been holding Tesla for a couple of years. It's grown massively both in market cap and in ambition, and up until now I've let it remain a huge chunk of my portfolio. But there's a thing, I've always believed that investing is about conviction and adaptability, and recently my conviction in the short to mid-term direction of the company has changed. The Q2 earnings, not just the numbers, but the way the call was handled, really opened my eyes. And to be clear, I still believe in the Tesla long-term version. In the long-term mission, I still think their energy and robotics projects will shape the future, but I also think that the next 1 to 2 years could be rocky, and investing timing matters too. So yeah, I can hold and keep the position at this moment, but then I would lose a lot of gains on potential positions I could have made that I'm more certain of that will do great in the coming 1 to 3 years or even 1 to 5 years. If you put it against the stock performance of Tesla. Tesla, there's always a chance. That's why it's so volatile. Tesla always has a chance to go from now 269 euros to like 600 euros, or in dollars, how you call it. Tesla can just jump on good news to those peaks and to those highs, but then you're gambling. Then you're not investing anymore. And I do have companies that I just believe if I just buy in month over month, year over year, that those positions will be big with big profits in like 3 to 4 years. Then I'm talking about the positions other than Tesla that I have, like Adobe, AMD, Beauty, SoFi, and with the cash coming free from Tesla, I will be able to buy a lot more of Adobe and Beauty, so they can also go in a bigger position, and maybe open up a sixth position in another company that I will make a video about in the coming weeks. So let's talk facts now. These are the key numbers from Tesla Q2 2025 report that made me hit pause. It's the first time that I'm really thinking about, I'm a little bit done for right now. I'm selling it. Revenue, 22.5 billion. That's down 12% year over year and below expectations of 22.74 billion. It's Tesla's year-over-year revenue decline in over a decade. Adjusted EPS was 40 cents, down 23% year-over-year. That's a meaningful earning contraction and below the 43 cents consensus. Deliveries, 122 vehicles, down from 444,000 in Q2 last year. That's a 13.5% decline. Not just seasonal, this reflects a cooling demand and possibly overcapacity. Also, automotive revenue, 16.7 billion, down 16%. That's the core of the business and it's shrinking. Energy generation storage, 2.8 billion, down 7%. While promising in the long term, it's not offsetting the automotive drop. Operating margin 4%. That's less than half what it used to be in 2022, 2023. Compare that to traditional automakers like Toyota or BYD, who are now operating with better efficiency in key markets. So, if we go further, this is, by the way, Tesla stock in the last 5 years. Well, it's really, between these levels, it's really not gone anywhere. It's always stayed between these levels. So, yeah. Well, let's go further. Now, let's go beyond the numbers, because what really passed me over the edge was the tone of the conference call. Elon Musk said we are entering a weird transition period. He warned of rough quarters ahead. That's not why it probably would go down like that, but he said that it's possible to have a little couple of quarters with a rough taste on it. Citing expiring EV credits, tariffs, and unstable macro conditions. That was very little detail on how Tesla plans to regain margin strength on rebuild demand, especially in China and in Europe. The focus shifted heavily to future bets. So that's also a big problem I have with Tesla. The current business plan is around selling cars and selling the software on the cars that's already available. But at this moment, so like selling the cars and selling the subscriptions you can get right now on the car. But that is declining. That is the big thing that is declining. And all of the other points and business plans are still in prototype and not even started yet on the market. So that's one of the big things. If you take automotive away, you just have a company that's just starting. You don't even know what it will be. So you're gambling. And if you invest right now, you have your money into the car business for this moment. So yeah. Without a clear where were we? Yeah. So the focus shifted heavily to future bets. So as I said, they're betting. Optimus robots, robotaxis, and next-gen platforms. Optimus robots, I clearly can be very optimistic if I believe that robots will be in companies' logistics next year. But when Optimus will really make big profits and big margins, we're talking about in the next 5 years, it will not happen yet. We're talking about Optimus robots that probably will start to make a couple of margins in 5 years' time. So yeah, then we talk about robotaxi. Even when robotaxi, you have Uber and all of that, they are doing monstrous numbers, but also not everyone uses Uber. So it's just a little thing, you have to look at it yourself. But robotaxi also, it's a very good invention, but I don't believe that everyone would just use it. It's good for all of the other things, like older people who don't want to ride anymore, or when you go out with friends, you can just take a robotaxi, but you also can just call a normal taxi right now. So I have a little bit of problems right now to make a difference in, the taxi doesn't have a driver and it's probably a little bit cheaper, but on the other hand, what is the big difference, That's just what I mean. and next-gen platforms without a clear financial roadmap. And while I respect vision as an investor, I also need execution. I felt more like a pitch deck than a result call. And that's not the energy we deserve as investors ourselves. Here's the nuance. I still believe in Tesla. I believe their energy division will one day become pretty massive. I believe robotics could open entirely new verticals and new things of life, but at this moment, it's not the time. Also, robotaxi is just in one city at this moment. They probably will go a little bit further than one city in the coming year or the rest of this year. But I don't believe that it will be that big and making very big margins that make the stock go up a lot, because that's still far away. So yeah, that's one of the things. And yes, I believe that the stock might even 2 to 3x again, but I think that will happen in 5 years to next year. Or there is some very good news, and the stock will go up a lot, but then you still have the numbers of today and it will just bring it down as fast as it went up. So that's just the volatile story about Tesla. But I also believe in being early, not stubborn, and right now it's too risky to stay overweight. And I do think that in general it's too early to jump into the wagon of Tesla. I do believe that, and if I miss out on gains or I made a fault right now, that's my problem. But at this moment I do not think that I make a problem, and I do think that my position in Tesla can be reduced and put into other stocks that probably will make me a nice return. And still I will have a certain feeling that I will make returns, unless with Tesla I will make returns or I just won't make returns in the next 5 years. And with the other positions I will be able to make, I just know that I will make returns. So that's the big difference with being an investor in Tesla or in other positions. So yeah. So here's what I'm doing. I'm reducing my Tesla position by about 70%. I'm holding on to small starter position as a long-term call option. I'm I'm not English or American, so this word is for me a little bit not easy. Reallocating capital into stocks with more near-term momentum, better earnings visibility, and stronger leadership tone. Sorry, that's why I have a little script always with me. If Tesla regains execution strength and sentiment improves, I'm ready to scale back in. For now, it's about protecting capital and allocating smarter. So before we go further, I just want to talk about the channel. So I am Belgian, so I speak Dutch, but I really like working with the stock market and working on the stock market and all of those things, watching videos, watching conference calls, watching the chart, watching just upcoming stories that lay ahead for companies, and yeah, just make some nice bucks on the market and putting the work in. That's just what's really interested me doing this, and I just wanted to do even more, and therefore I'm making videos. People who also just got in the market. I'm also a pretty fresh investor, if I say myself. I started in 2023, so it's not really that big of a deal on what I'm saying. I just want to talk about what my perspective on the market is, and I want to make my English better. But at this moment, I always have a script with me just for the information to be right and clear, and also just to have some English words that I maybe don't know. But with the English words next beside me, I can say better sentences and put better sentences together, so you guys can understand my perspective the way I really see it before me, and you really can see my perspective the best way. So yeah, I'm reducing my position of Tesla about 80 to 70%. I'm holding on to small starter position as a long-term call option. I'm reallocating capital into stocks with more near-term momentum, better earnings, visibility, and stronger leadership tone. If Tesla regains execution strength and sentiment improves, I'm ready to scale back in, but for now it's about protecting capital and allocating smarter. So I'll be watching Tesla Q3 margin recovery, progress on affordable EV platforms planned late 2025, energy growth and profit contribution, execution on robotaxi pilot rollouts, Austin, until I see real follow through, not just vision slides. I'm staying cautious. So look, this is just my approach. I'm not saying sell Tesla now for everyone, but if you've been riding this for a while and feel uneasy, you're not alone. Stay sharp, stay rational, and remember, investing is about believing in the future, but managing the present. And you don't have a relation with the stock. It's just numbers. Like a lot of YouTubers probably say, but it's just worth mentioning it, and it's just so good. Nobody has ever gone poor by taking the profits. So yeah, like, comment, and let me know. Are you holding, trimming, or adding on Tesla right now? So yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know. I really want and need to know your guys' perspective on this stock right now, because I will be cutting the stock by 70 to 80%, because I do think that we are too early into the story for really investing a lot of capital in it right now, and I think that we still have a lot of time to put money in other positions. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I will be sure that I make money on the other positions. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later with another video.